Judaism. Let's learn more about this religion, shall we? Let's take into instance Jewish holidays, like for one, Rosh Hashanah, also known as the Jewish New Year. It marks the beginning of the creation of humanity. It also is the day that Jews believe God judges each individual for their actions of the previous year. Not the past few years, the previous year. It is celebrated on the first day of the Jewish month of Tishri, which is September or October of the Roman calendar. The central rituals are the blowing of the shofar, which is also known as the ram's horn. The ram's horn signifies that Jews must bend their hearts toward God, just like how it's bent in nature. Now, Rosh Hashanah is a time of reflection and repentance of the coming year. Some of our festive foods include apple dipped in honey, which represents the desire to have a sweet year throughout the year. Let's move on to our next Jewish holiday, which is Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur is probably the most important holiday of the Jewish year. This holiday is considered one of the holiest times of the year. Many Jews who do not observe any other Jewish customs will refrain from work, fast, and attend synagogue services. This holiday consists of the Jews praying, fasting, and asking for forgiveness. If possible, Jews go directly to the person they offended. Jews ask for forgiveness for personal and communal sin. The name Yom Kippur means Day of Atonement, and that pretty much explains what the holiday is. It's a day set aside to afflict the soul. No work can be performed during this holiday, as well as eating and drinking. A 25-hour fasting should begin before sunset on the evening before Yom Kippur, and ending after nightfall on the day of the Yom Kippur. Most of this holiday is spent in a synagogue or in prayer.
Now let's learn about Jewish cultural traditions. Like for one, the coming of age.
Now, Jews become responsible for observing the 10 Commandments once they turn a certain age. So for boys, it's 13, and for girls, it's 12. By this age, they celebrate what is called a bar mitzvah. A bar mitzvah is for the boys, and it translates to son of the commandment. And a bat mitzvah is for the girls, which translates to daughter of the commandments. And the celebration is optional, but the children confer their rights and obligations. So mostly for the celebrations that we see today, they were unheard of centuries ago, and it's just a new modern innovation, and the celebration isn't required, because if they were grown up to be Jews, they automatically become the bar bat mitzvah, which is the title they're given.
Now let's learn more about life cycle celebrations, like the birth.
Now I'll be talking about the birth, and I'll be starting off with the males. The male will have a circumcision, which is the cutting away of the foreskin of the penis, usually 8 days after the birth. They do this practice from the time of Abraham, when God commanded Abraham to circumcise all the descendants as a sign of the covenant between God and his people. They also think it makes them different from other people. Now, the way they choose their names is different from everyone else, because they use the baby's name and then they put Ben and the father's name after it. And the name will be announced at the Brit Milah, which is the circumcision. Now I'll be talking about the birth of a baby girl. It involves her name. She'll be brought to the synagogue where they welcome her. Her Hebrew name will be revealed for the very first time by the rabbi. The father will attend the synagogue for the first time, and after reading the Torah, they shower the father with candies and shout Mazel Tov. The name for a girl would be her name, Bat, and then the father's name. They'll do this 30 days after the baby is born. And now they have a new ceremony where they wash the infant's feet. Since I'm talking about birth, I'll be starting off with baby showers. They would never have baby showers or discuss baby names or buy anything for the baby until the baby was born. They also never drew attention to the baby because they thought it would draw bad luck. The reason they never talked about or bought anything for the baby was because miscarriages and stillborn babies were really common, and they never wanted to have the reminder of a baby and see gifts that they could never use.
And that wraps up what we've got to inform you all about on Judaism. We hope you got a better understanding about some of the Jewish holidays and cultural traditions mentioned in today's video. Until next time, everybody. Bye.